Discover the secrets of the queen of fruits. Today, we're talking about the mangosteen, its rich history, nutrient content, and its health benefits. Get ready to discover this tropical fruit that has captured taste buds and curiosity alike.
I'm Professor Megan.
I'm Professor Susan, and we're
Your Nutrition Profs. We are registered dietitians and college professors who have taught more than 10,000 students about health and nutrition. We have answered a lot of questions about nutrition over the years.
Some questions we get asked every year, and some are rarely asked, but very interesting.
We are here to share our answers to these common and uncommon nutrition questions with you.
So bring your curiosity and let's get started. Welcome to our class.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this snack-i-sode about a food that may not be familiar to some of you curious eaters.
I'm really excited about today's episode. The unusual and interesting food that we're going to try today has been dubbed the queen of fruits. Any idea what that fruit is?
Queen of fruits? It's got to be the mangosteen.
No, A+. So mangosteen, or Garcinia mangostana, is not to be confused with mangoes. Mangoes are a completely different tropical fruit. Mangosteen does not look anything like a mango.
And since you all can't see the mangosteen, we're going to describe it. So it's a small-ish purple fruit with a crown of green petals on top. Ours are a little bit more like olive green. And it's really quite pretty. It actually looks like it has a little crown on its head. The fruit's about the size of an orange, right? You can kind of see that with my hand. So like an orange or like a large plum, and it's slightly flattened on the top and the bottom.
It fits really easily in the palm of my hand, and the flesh is a really dark purple. The texture's pretty smooth. It was smoother than I thought it was going to be. It's also really hard. I mean, I can't really squish it at all. It's nothing like a mango, which is much larger and green to yellow, and it has a thick rind, but mangoes you can still squeeze and make a dent.
This fruit is considered ready to eat when the rind is dark purple, like ours. And again, choose fruit with green glossy stems on top. And it's recommended to avoid squeezing the fruit as it bruises really easily. But seriously, guys, this is too hard to squeeze. They do say to choose heavy fruits, though, so that's good. Light mangosteens are typically old and the flesh is likely dried out.
The edible part of the mangosteen are these white wedges that are found on the inside of the fruit. So check out our website, yournutritionprofs.com, for pics. The stems on ours, like Megan said, aren't really green or glossy, but we could only find it at one shop, so we really couldn't compare and contrast very well.
And this is only the second time I've actually ever seen them in a local grocery store.
Right.
Not even at the specialty stores.
They're rare.
Okay, so we're going to open it up and share with you guys a little bit more later, but once you do open it up, there's supposed to be about 4 to 8 wedges, like Susan mentioned, that should be white and firm and not yellowish, and it kind of looks like the sections of an orange, and supposedly you can pull it apart pretty easily, and then they can be popped directly into your mouth. Or so the internet says. The number of pods within the fruit correspond to the number of brown petals on the bottom. So that's 6.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm actually kind of excited to try one of these.
Me too. But in the meantime, do you want to hear some fun facts about mangosteen?
I do.
It's grown for centuries on small trees native to Southeast Asian countries like Indonesia, India, and the Philippines. But the only place in the U.S. that you can find it is going to be South Florida near Miami or places like Puerto Rico.
The trees grow very, very slowly, and it can take 8 to 14 years before they fruit for the first time.
That's a long time.
You've got to be really patient. But once they do start fruiting, each tree can yield more than 1,000 fruits every other year. In the off years, they still fruit, but the yields are much lower.
And these trees really don't like cold weather. And as we mentioned, the fruit is really sensitive. It bruises easily. And once harvested, it actually doesn't ripen any further, but begins to degrade. fairly rapidly. So why is it called the queen of fruit?
Interesting story. Apparently, there was a rumor going around in 1890 that Queen Victoria wanted one. She had heard that they were really delicious, but also how susceptible they were and sensitive to bruising and spoilage. So she decreed that she would grant knighthood to anyone who brought her a mangosteen. And so that's how it earned the name Queen of Fruits.
Long live the queen.
I love that story. So here's a nutrition question. What nutrients are in mangosteen?
Well, according to the USDA, and these standards are based on 1 cup of canned, drained mangosteen, it provides about 140 calories, mostly from carbohydrate. It provides about 15% of the recommended amount of fiber, and there's really not much fat or protein, just like most other fruits.
Right.
A cup would be a lot, about the size of your fist. And because you only eat the white wedges, it would probably take 2 to 3 whole mangosteens to give you 1 cup of canned.
It also provides vitamin C, several B vitamins, and a few minerals like manganese, copper, and magnesium. We have linked the nutrition information in our show notes, so check it out on our website.
Mangosteen is also a good source of xanthones, a type of phytochemical that research has linked to antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and even anti-diabetic functions.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these health benefits.
I learned a new word while researching this fruit, pericarp. It's a botanical term that describes the area around the ovary of a plant, the area where the seeds are located. You know, in an apple, the section around the seeds, it can be a little bit tough. That's the pericarp. In mangosteen, the pericarp is the area around the little white wedges just inside the skin of the fruit. It's the rind. It's where those beneficial xanthones are found that we mentioned earlier.
Mangosteen has been used in traditional Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine, especially the pericarp. And according to Chinese tradition, mangosteen has high yin energy. It's said to have the most cooling effect of any fruit, and it's full of female energy that feeds the body's yin. Another really good reason to call it the queen of fruits.
Since we usually don't eat the pericarp of the plant as it can be tough, one way to get these beneficial phytochemicals is to steep the mangosteen rinds in boiling water to make tea. It can also be dried and made into a powder form. For centuries in Southeast Asia, the pericarp of the mangosteen has been used as an antiseptic, antiparasitic, a pain reliever, and a treatment for skin rashes. If you're going to eat a fresh one, though, stick to the white wedges.
And of course, if you can't find the actual fruit, you can always find supplements that contain mangosteen.
It's most commonly sold as a powder or in juices. And if you're going to use a powder or juice as a supplement, there are some important things to consider. So people often take mangosteen supplements for the purpose of healing gum infections, weight loss, improving muscle strength, and treating diarrhea. However, there's little scientific evidence to support these claims. The possible exception is taking mangosteen by mouth or applying a gel containing mangosteen to the gums to treat gum infections.
Possible side effects of supplementation include constipation, bloating, fatigue, nausea, and vomiting. More seriously, mangosteen may slow blood clotting, which might increase your risk of bleeding. So if you have a bleeding disorder, pay attention.
Also, mangosteen may increase the effects of a common dementia medication, Aricept. So if either of these things apply to you, be sure to discuss with your doctor before you consume.
You definitely want to keep that in mind.
The fruit may not be readily available at all grocery stores and may be more common in specialty markets. Like I said earlier, I've only seen the fruit, the fruit like this in the grocery store 2 times, and it wasn't even a specialty grocery store.
Right.
But the juice is typically more readily available. But remember, when consuming in juice form, you're likely missing out on the fiber and some of the other nutritional benefits that the mangosteen can provide.
And we actually do have some juice that we bought at the Asian market.
Yep.
Okay, so let's try it. Now, according to the internet, you're supposed to use a serrated knife to make a shallow cut at the equator of the fruit, and they recommended between 1/4 and 1/3 inches deep. I used a serrated knife to cut it, and I have to say that I had to push a lot harder than I thought. And I would say it was easily 1/3 of an inch deep.
Yeah.
Because I had to cut quite.
You can show them.
Yeah, so that was, it was easily a third to an inch deep. But once you got it open, once I made the cut all the way around, it was pretty easy to pry it open.
Yeah.
And it is really very pretty. It's got white wedges on the inside that look a little bit like sections of a citrus fruit.
Yeah, I was about to say it looks kind of like an orange, except it's white and small.
It is white. And then around the outside, it's still dark purple. So that's that pericarp. It's a very pretty fruit.
The outside.
Maybe not so pretty.
Well, on the inside, it's,
Yeah, I mean, it does look like
it's
a picture.
unexpected.
Yes, that's true. Like, I don't know who decided to open one up, but good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, earlier it said that if you look at the leaves on the bottom, that the number would match the number of wedges. And we did find that to be true.
We did. So this one said it had 6. And when we cut it open, it has 6 wedges in it. And we did another one that was 5, and it had 5 wedges inside. So that's actually kind of cool.
We did find some seeds, very, very small, right in the middle when you're pulling the wedges apart. And it says they're edible, but that they might taste kind of bitter. So,
All right, this is my first mangosteen. So
me too. Well, actually, I have had mangosteen juice before, but it was mixed with a lot of other stuff, so I don't really count that.
Yeah, and we're going to try some mangosteen juice too.
Yeah.
So, flavor has been described as a combination of lychee, which is another sort of unusual fruit, peach, strawberry, and pineapple. And it is often touted as the most delicious fruit of the tropics. So let's try it.
Okay. Oh, why don't we have a fork?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
These are...
They're slippery.
They are slimy. No, they're slippery.
They are slippery. They do look like wedges from citrus fruit. And it's interesting because the inside of the wedge is kind of opaque, and then the outside is darker
Very
white.
Unexpected.
Yeah,
I did not expect it to be opaque on the inside.
All right, so we're popping in a wedge. Let's go. It doesn't really taste like anything I would...
No, but it had a big seed.
Oh, you had a seed in
Oh
yours?
my gosh, it was so big.
Oh, I didn't have a seed in mine.
It was really hard.
Oh, I had a little bit of a hardness in mine, but I don't think it was a seed.
This was like a sunflower seed size.
Oh, well, let's hope that they're right, and those are okay to eat.
Well, I'm sure they are, but it really, like, you're describing it, and I'm like, wait, what's happening in my mouth? It feels unexpected.
Different.
Yeah.
This wedge feels like it has a big seed inside
there
of it,
you go.
too.
See?
Interesting.
So mine had a really big seed in it.
Yeah.
That's okay. It didn't taste
How
bad.
about one of these little ones? You want a little one?
I do want a little one. Oh, it's cute.
It's cute. Now, these are little, small wedges.
Oh,
so much better.
so much better. Definitely no seed. I like it. I liked that a lot better. It was, the texture in my mouth matched my expectation, which is usually a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I can see why people like these.
I can too. It's a lot of work, though, it seems.
It was a lot harder than I thought to cut it open. I was like, oh, am I going to cut myself? I hope not. Okay, so we also have some juice.
The nectar.
And it looks like...
Not clear, opaque.
It's opaque. It's white. And...
It smells very sweet.
It does smell very sweet. I can't figure out. That smell reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what it is.
Me too.
All right, here goes.
All right. That is not as flavorful as I was expecting it to be.
It's not as sweet either.
No, it doesn't match the smell.
No, it's very good.
It's really good, but I was expecting something to be really like sweet because of the smell.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, this is delicious. I would definitely drink this.
Same. Yeah, that's delightful.
And it does match.
Yeah.
It matches the flavor of the fresh fruit.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the juices doesn't really match.
That's really good.
Okay. And then you know us, if there's a cocktail, we're going to try it.
So we're trying a mangosteen margarita. It was actually really easy to make in the blender, although I don't think either of us usually drink blended margaritas.
We don't. We're usually rocks people.
Yeah, but that's fine. So we made this in the blender, and we used some frozen margarita mix, the mangosteen juice we just tested, and some frozen mixed fruit. And the recipe called for rum instead of tequila, which is sort of unusual. So I guess it's more like a daiquiri.
I mean, with rum in it, for sure. And you know what? You don't even have to use liquor. It could be a non-alcoholic drink too. So let's try this one. Right. It actually turned out, because of the fruit we used, it actually turned out to be a red color.
Yeah. I like it.
It's good.
Oh, it's refreshing.
It is. And it might be all the fruit that's in it too. That probably helps. But we had a really mixed bag of fruit. We had peaches and
raspberries,
pineapple,
strawberries, blueberries,
a few blackberries,
mango in our mangosteen margarita. Look at that. They really are nothing alike though, guys.
No, they're not. We used the juice, and honestly, you should definitely use the juice for the cocktail because it would take a lot of fresh mangosteens to make it. And guys, they were expensive.
Yeah.
They were $13 a pound at our local store. HEB, not sponsored, but we're open to it. And probably for mangosteens, there'd be 4 to 5 in a pound.
That is really pricey for fruit. The can of juice, the 12-ounce can of juice that we got from a local Asian market, and it was only about $1.50.
Much better.
Yeah, much better. But it did have some added sugar. So
it did, yeah. So you wouldn't want to drink it every day.
Yeah.
But if you're going to use it in a cocktail or some other kind of recipe, I would say go for the juice.
The juice, it was good.
But if you do have your heart set on trying a fresh one and you can't find it at your local market, there are a few websites that will sell fresh mangosteen and they'll ship it to your doorstep. A small box, though, weighing 3 to 5 pounds will set you back $125.
Plus shipping.
Yikes. Yeah, it's pretty. Talk about expensive, right?
Yeah.
You can order it now and they'll send you the mangosteens when they're in season. And we're going to put the links in our show notes just in case you have a bunch of cash burning a hole in your pocket. But I don't think I'm going to be signing up anytime soon.
Me either. Mangosteen pairs well with other tropical fruits like coconut, lemongrass, banana, and mango.
Yeah, well, coconut would be good with it.
It really would. I'm kind of surprised we didn't have coconut in the drink. But anyway, I bet it is really good in a salad or in dessert. And, of course, margarita.
We posted photos of the fruit. We posted the nutrient information and the recipe for the mangosteen margarita that we are drinking in our show notes. So check it out at yournutritionprofs.com.
Thanks for joining us today for our discussion of the queen of fruits. We hope you can try and find fresh mangosteen yourself or get some in juice or powder form. You should definitely try the mangosteen margarita. Even the non-alcoholic version would be tasty. And if you do, let us know about your experience.
We would love to hear about it. Join us next time when we'll be answering another interesting nutrition question. Be sure to like, review, and subscribe anywhere you get your podcast so you don't miss an episode. Class dismissed. We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can find the show notes and a list of sources on our website, yournutritionprofs.com.
Your homework is to follow us at yournutritionprofs on Instagram and to listen to our next episode. You can listen on Amazon Prime, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found. We'd appreciate it if you'd like us, write a review, subscribe, and invite your family and friends to join us too.
If you have a nutrition or health question you'd like answered, let us know. We may do a show about it. Send an email to yournutritionprofs@gmail.com or click on the Contact Us page on our website.
Thanks to Brian Pittman for creating our artwork. You can find him on Instagram at BrianPittman77. See you next time.